And welcome
to Two Ordinary Nerds, a podcast where we sometimes discuss things. Hashtag Renew Timeless, please. It's a great show. Some days we talk about movies, sometimes we talk about games. Very rarely now because we changed our format.
That is true, but we're waiting for the right games.
Or, so welcome back. You know, this is our random podcast whenever we decide to make one.
Well, yeah, it's evolving. It's an evolving podcast.
We've got, instead of 6 viewers, we have 5 now. So we're evolving, you know.
We're improving.
Ever evolving. One of us got dumped, that's why we have that negotiation was terminated.
How about that?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Single White IPA. It's an Indian Pale Ale here from Kansas City.
Well, that must be a nice beer to have, which I would have gotten one out of the box. Someone got me a 80s shilling Scottish... Nope, that's definitely not a Scottish accent, but I'm still going to keep it in there and own it.
Well, you sound Australia. And you have an engineer job.
It's a Scottish style ale. I do have an engineering job. Oh, I didn't tell you. I had a roofer guy come over the other day. Well, Brittany and I, when I was out there trying to manhandle a fence, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, "Hey, I just want you to, I'm in the neighborhood checking on the roofs. We have one of your neighbors getting a roof replaced. Do you want, got my ladder here, come inspect your roof." I'm like, "Oh, no worries, mate. Mine's 5 years old. It's good. We don't need you to go up there." He's like, "Oh, well, how about I give you a call?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, I'll give you a call. No worries."
Did he believe it?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I would have been like, this fucking idiot. He probably thought, this fucking idiot.
"Well, thanks, mate." He walked off. And then, of course, Brittany and her mom were like, "Yeah, the first 2 seconds were great," and then he just fell off. So yeah.
That's why Brittany's mom said what Brittany after she met you? The first 2 seconds were great, but after that...
Yep. She was like, "Oh, this could be a great boyfriend," and then
Nope. Nope.
So today's podcast, as you all read from the headliner, is about Avengers 1.
Yeah.
So I cannot...
But not the Marvel Avengers,
No, Marvel Avengers.
No, we're not watching...
The 2012 Avengers movie.
What the fuck? No, it's not 2012. It's like the 1998 Avengers?
You told me to watch the 2012 one.
Damn it, Lou! Damn it, Lou! Yeah, like it's like the 1998 Avengers.
They had a 90... No, that's not the same Avengers. That's a British show.
No, well, yeah, but it's a movie with Sean Connery.
Yeah, but that's... but that's not Marvel Avengers.
Oh, this is the one I watch.
Wow. Alright, well, scrap this podcast. Alright, we're back. So, we both didn't watch the right Avengers. I watched Captain America, the first Avenger, because it had Avenger in the title.
What the fuck?
You watched Avengers 1998 with Voldemort in it.
I thought that was the movie we were talking about.
Well, that's not.
Okay, well, that's it. Let's go back. Scrap this one.
Yeah.
And come again. And let's make sure you watch the right Avengers this time.
Alright.
Fuck me in the ass.
Then now you watch the original, I watch the actual Avengers.
Alright,
we're back.
Alright, we're back. So, I watched the 1998 Avengers.
I thought you were watching the first Avenger from Marvel.
The Captain America one, or the first Avengers where they're all together?
The first Avengers where they're all together.
I didn't even know they had one where they're all together, honestly.
Fuck me in the ass.
Fuck. This is going real shitty. I think it's...
Well, let's go to the movies and watch whatever's in there.
Alright, we're gonna go see what's in the theater.
I think it's Age of Ultron.
I think it's Deep Impact or Armageddon.
Alright, all jokes aside, what did we actually watch?
What did I watch?
Yeah.
3 Billboards.
To Missouri?
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
I watched the Island of Dogs, I think it's called. Isle of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was kind of discriminatory. You know, I was like, why isn't there an Isle of Iguanas?
There is. You need to watch the movie.
Well, I didn't see it.
Well.
Anyways, we're going to be talking about hashtag Infinity War, which is another culmination of of Avengers. They have Voldemort in there. They got some Spider-Man. They got some Batman.
Voldemort?
Voldemort, not Voldemort from Harry Potter. Voldemort. He's a villain in a bowling movie. Voldemort.
Okay.
Yeah, he got his nose taken off by a bowling ball. It's whole thing.
Russo Brothers, you're welcome. We waited to avoid any spoilers.
Thanks for inviting us to the premiere.
That was great.
Jackasses. So yeah, I think we're gonna jump into this podcast like jumping on a hand grenade. No, that didn't work. Maybe we'll
let's see, Avengers, and let the podcast begin. That was a snap.
Yeah. That was our cue. If you didn't catch on to that, that means the podcast has started. By the way, full spoilers. We're not doing no non-spoiler thing.
No, it's this. We waited enough.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks in. If you haven't seen the movie yet, you're just a complete jackass, and
you're not a true fan.
You're not a true fan. You're not a true fan if you haven't seen the movie yet.
So it all starts out where Thor Ragnarok ends, and it's with Thanos.
No, it starts out where they're at a shield base, and then like at the bottom of the base, Loki comes through some wormhole.
God damn it! I told you to watch the Red Avengers.
He said watch Avengers.
Oh, there's multiple. Anyways,
Sean Connery. So it starts right with Thor Ragnarok. It drops off,
which I called. I called that.
Well, nobody was arguing with you at that point, but
most of the stuff that happened, I called. Like the part where like Thanos and Hulk are like, you know.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So you can see that. You can see basically the whole entire Asgardians being defeated. Thor being defeated.
Not all of them. Half. He does stay in the movie half.
Defeated, not killed. I'm saying defeated.
Yeah.
So the Asgardians has been defeated, and they're just killing half of the population. Well, at the same time, they're basically telling Loki, "Give us the fucking cube." There's a little
Tesseract. From those who have seen the first Avengers.
And that will be the space gem?
Yes, the Tesseract has a space gem.
So, and I was thinking, we can jump between scenes, and I was playing one scene, then you explain the next scene. Like, you can explain after that, Tony.
You mean you're going to give me a chance to talk this time?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. This is going to be a great podcast. Thought this was just normally an ASMR podcast where you're where you're like, we're going quiet now. Avengers. Shh.
So, Thor gives the Tesseract with the space gem in it.
Loki
gives the space gem. And right between the interaction, Hulk comes in, and Loki has like this nice little.
Where he says, "We have a Hulk."
We have a Hulk, a little flashback to the original Avengers. But surprise, surprise, Thanos has the power gem with him right in that moment and beats the living shit out of Hulk.
Do you think that's why he could beat him?
Yes.
So you think if he didn't have that gem, he couldn't have beat?
It would have been close. It would have been a good. It would have been like a Thor versus Hulk, where both of them interact punches. But he has the power gem, and it really doesn't make too much sense because Hulk should have put out more of a fight compared to later on. Iron Man basically hurts Thanos with 3 or 4 gems in it.
Yeah,
no, 3 gems.
Mm-hmm.
So apart from that, but
Hulk isn't really smart.
No, but I mean...
versus Tony, who...
But he kicked him.
Yeah.
So, but we can go back. We can go back apart. So we go. Hulk gets defeated.
I thought that was you driving by in your Honda.
And what was it? And what's his name?
Heimel
sends him with the few little magic that he has back to Earth, so he can.
Well, he holds his sword has the power to use the Bifrost.
So he sends Hulk back directly to Doctor Strange to alert the humans. I guess that Thanos is coming because there's 2 gems on Earth, and then we jump basically to that scene where
Tony.
Right when
when
he crashes, and it's a good similarity to the comics. In the comics of the Silver Surfer, and then it's what the interaction with Hulk or Bruce Banner and Doctor Strange happens.
And Wong. And then it shows, then we have a whole, eventually Tony shows up. There's a whole Pepper Potts scene, but that's not really a big deal. But yeah, then in the process, Tony gets to Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, and they're discussing what's going on. And then, of course, they get attacked in New York City, which is a really cool fight. Spider-Man comes in, helps save Tony, and kind of helps Banner a little bit, because Banner is having a real conundrum with Hulk not wanting to Hulk out.
Do you think if Banner got hit, would he been injured? I was thinking about it the other day, like, what would happen if Spider-Man wouldn't come and the big guy would punch? Would he kill Banner?
No, because Hulk wouldn't want to get dead.
But I was wondering, what do you think would happen if he actually got hurt? Do you think he would suffer the damage? Or would Hulk come out?
Probably would have been like Winter Soldier, where like Captain got, how he got shot a few times, a Winter Soldier, and he was in the hospital for a while. He might have been in the hospital, but I don't. Anyways, so they ended up, they're fighting. So there's this group called the Black Order, which is Corvus Glaive, the Black Dwarf, Ebony Maw, and
it was a group of
some blue
basically
girl.
like a group of villains.
Yeah,
and
they were they're henchmen for Thanos, and they're
all like different races, aren't they?
Black Dwarf and Ebony Maw went to Earth to get one part of Earth to get the Time Stone, and so Black Dwarf fights Tony, and then the other Ebony Maw is fighting with Doctor Strange, and eventually they end up going. Parker goes up to space, and we'll get more in depth about these after we get done with our synopsis. But yeah, they go up to space, and then they go.
They go up to space and they basically defeat the first one,
Ebony Maw, using
the good old Alien reference. But basically, then you switch back to Vision and Scarlet Witch, which they show you they're having a relationship.
They're having robot babies.
Exactly. The Black Order comes in and tries to take this.
Some might say that they're into manufacturing
goods and products. And they try to take the gemstone out of Vision. It seems that they're gonna take it away, and of course Captain America shows up in a really badass way.
Probably one of the best parts of the entire movie, honestly.
Falcon and Black Widow also show up and basically defeat the Black Order, and they have to retreat, having Vision to survive. At the same time, basically, Banner calls Hulk, or Banner calls Captain America and say, "Hey, this is what's going on." So
they don't show that, but it's led to be assumed.
Yeah, Banner has the phone that Tony had to call Captain America. So they all get informed, and we basically switch to the Avengers. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Thor go to one planet.
I think we got our scenes mixed up because that happens before Captain America, but still, either way,
basically, Rocket and Groot and
they hit Thor in the middle of space because the ship is blown up that all the Asgardians were on. They get Thor in there, and then they talk about Gamora talks about Thanos and how bad he is, and
I thought it was a funny. That was a good funny scene, but I really liked the part where he was like, "Well, it's Gamora's dad." And he's like, "What?"
Yeah,
but he hates him more than you do, and he like understands with Loki, and
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, it sucks, but it's okay." He's like, "I killed my mom. My dad died. My mom died. My brother died. Half of my people died. I lost my land. I lost my hammer." He like Marvel fucked up Thor.
Yeah, Thor got screwed the fuck over.
But he got OP by the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, he is fucking awesome.
Technically, he can beat Thor right now, but Hulk right now.
You think?
Well, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet couldn't stop his hammer.
Yeah.
And lodge into
a full Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, lodge into his chest. So I don't know.
So yeah, eventually we go through. Do we want to continue talking about the whole movie?
Let's just go like that.
Yeah, I just feel like that's more boring than us talking about our favorite parts.
Yeah,
we could talk about our favorite parts, and we could talk about
my favorite part of the movie is Spider-Man's interaction with the Spidey sense.
It's really crazy how I think his legs turned on too based off his sense. I think the suit might be reactionary to his senses, and then like so the four legs would come out so obviously in this movie the Spider-Man has the Iron Spider suit in it, so then he has the capability of having the four iron spider legs come out, and he is a badass, and it looks sick.
I'm not sure I'm not really sure about the legs so much, but you first introduce Spider-Man, and he's in the bus, and you can see when this disc comes in, or the spaceship, his spider sense comes out, and it's the first time you see it, and of course he goes out and saves the day. So they introduce the spider sense in a very boom way, here it is, very clear, but through the movie they just slowly start showing you, but in a very subtle way, like when the moon is falling off and he's saving the people from falling.
Yeah, it's like I got you.
And the funny part is, it's when they're using I got you. He also says, I don't remember you guys' names. There's too many people. I think it's also a joke for people who haven't seen any of the Avengers. There's so many names, so Spider-Man makes it a little joke to ease those. I don't get it. I'm not sure who is who.
I actually noticed also that part of his, I wouldn't say his senses, but when the ship was crashing and stuff, and Doctor Strange was protecting them, and then it crashes. He's hanging from the ceiling like a spider, he's totally fine, doesn't affect them. But Tony and Doctor Strange have to be protected by Doctor Strange because they can't hold on he came down like a spider.
And then he's the only one that realizes that he's gonna die. And that's I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
The spider sense is telling you he's in fire alert, and he's the only one noticing. Everybody else,
they were right beforehand. They were
something is happening.
Yeah.
What? Oh, and he's Spider-Man's I don't feel good. Help me! I'm sorry. And apart from being heartbreaking, it gives you the spider sense. I like it. That's what Marvel does. They give you a flamboyant scene, hair standing out, and then they give it to you in small little pieces.
I think for sure my favorite part is when Thor comes down, because I was hoping that we'd get everyone come down, Tony and everybody come help, but I thought this way was a little bit better because it was more subtle. And I wasn't really expecting it by that point in the movie, but I thought it was cool when it just went from, instead of you watching him grab the hammer, it just kind of went back to Hulk but Banner getting ripped apart in the Hulkbuster armor, and then all of a sudden you see Thor come down, And then and then Rocket and Groot come out and fight also. It was like, oh, that's so cool, because most of these people are like, especially people in Wakanda, they wouldn't be like, wait, what? They would...
They should know who Thor is.
Well, they knew who Thor is, but like a talking tree
and a raccoon.
And but it was so funny because like after that happened and they were all fighting together, and Rockets did his normal like, yeah, get some, and then like all of a sudden Banner's like, yeah, he's all excited because like after Ragnarok they have a whole new relationship, like him and Banner do. So Banner's like, yeah, you guys are screwed now. Mm-hmm. And then of course. That part in
talking about that part when he's talking with Bucky, and he's like, "I want that. Can I get that gun?" And he's like, "No, bro. Can I have your arm?"
Yeah, he's like, "I'm definitely that arm."
Bucky's weapon, I noticed, does fall to the ground, and he disappears. So I'm gonna Avengers, the next Avengers, Rocket Raccoon is getting Bucky's machine gun. Because if you see,
but Rocket's gun is better. I don't know why you want Bucky's gun.
But it's gonna be they don't mention can I have your gun? And then the gun is the only thing that falls down.
There's a lot of things I was confused about that scene, like with fighting, because like Winter Soldier is as good at fighting as Captain America.
No.
You don't think so?
Captain America is better. Is better than Captain America. It's worse than Captain America.
But like he was fighting in there, and I'm like, there's multiple things like Captain. I don't understand why he doesn't have a gun. I don't understand why Bucky just has an SMG machine gun with no extra bullets. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? And then he was fighting with just like a little knife, and I'm like, okay, but you have a vibranium arm. Like in the other movies, you could turn your arm and shit. Oh, of course, it was a different arm, but
well, that's because I think they did it that way to make.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
It's got to be a little comic booky. I guess.
They wouldn't introduce the arm doing something fun or weird. It will also diverge from the entire battle.
I do like my other favorite part is, I guess it's kind of the same thing, but like when Thor's like looks at Cap and he's like, "Oh, you copied my beard," and he's like, and Cap's like all tired. He's like, whatever, because he's really humble, and then he's like, also, this is my friend. He's a tree. He says, I am Groot. And then he's like, I am Steve Rogers. But I love that
you
part.
got that sensation? It was almost like he was talking to an alien, like Tarzan.
Yeah.
So they're like, I am Tarzan. Mm-hmm. Like, I am Steve Rogers.
I love that, man.
Talking about Groot,
the part where
so when he's disappearing and Rocket is talking to him, when he says his last,
he says I am Groot, and he says Dad.
It means Dad, like Dad. So he sees Groot.
That was so deep. After I read that, and I went and saw that again last week, dude, I busted up. I mean, like I was definitely like choking up when I saw it, because now knowing what he says when he does that, I was like, God damn it, this is hard. That was a rough part. I mean, like, well, the whole ending. I do like how they had a little bit where they were winning, like in the beginning where, they defeat Ebony Maw. Although I thought Ebony Maw was the best villain out of the Black Order. He was cool because he could, manipulate objects. He had telekinesis and stuff, and he was just really smart. I don't know if Corvus Glaive is dead. He's the one with the yellow scepter that stabbed Vision, and Vision stabbed him.
I think he's dead.
In the comic, he can't die unless his staff is broken, and his staff isn't broken.
But in the comics...
But it would be cool if he's not dead, because then he could go back and... of course, I think the whole point of the next movie is going to be them trying to... Well, we'll get into that. I have multiple...
Back in time?
Well, they're going to... Yeah, there's multiple... I think one set is going to be the team that's left, because the Guardian ship is still on Titan, so Tony and Nebula are going to take that back to Earth to the Avenger base.
And you know what's going to happen?
And they're going to try to figure out what's happening. They're going to go back in time.
No. My theory is that Doctor Strange reversed time before Thanos to be all the way back in the past. So when So Tony and Nebula are right now in this moment in the past. So when they go back to the Earth, it's gonna be the first Avengers. So he was like, it's the only way. So when Tony realized that he's in the past, he has, and I think there's gonna be something with the nuke. You're gonna tie the nuke up or something like that because.
I think.
Because how's he can go back in time because
that's actually not. I actually am definitely gonna. I hate to burst your bubble. That's not gonna work. Because they go back in time because of
who?
Ant-Man. They go because of the quantum realm. That's the whole point of Ant-Man and the Wasp is they're introducing the quantum realm, and then that's going to take them into going back in time. And I think that's what's going to happen. Is I think that they're all going to get back to the Avengers, like Nebula and Tony are going to go back to Earth. They're going to get with whoever's left.
Well, yeah, because Ant-Man is in the past too with them.
Ant-Man is in the normal. They're still there. Ant-Man and the Wasp at the end of that movie is going to meet up with this movie. So at the end of that movie, we're going to see that like people die, and then of course Ant-Man lives because he's in the fourth one.
And you think as the Wasp disappears?
I think it's possible. I think she could be part. So my thing is. And we're just having an open discussion here, so we're going to bounce around anyways. But I think what happens is we're going to have multiple stories, kind of like this one.
The fuck was that?
Did you hear that?
The tuck?
That was weird. Oh, I think she's in the other room.
Shut the fuck up.
You making noise over there?
God damn it, neighbor.
So what I think is going to happen is we're going to have multiple stories, but it's going to be a little longer. I think we're going to have, well, for sure, I think Hawkeye is going to become Ronin. I think he's going to become Ronin, the assassin, because his wife and kids fucking die from the purge.
They don't die.
Well, I'll get to that. I think what happens is he's just like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to kill some motherfuckers.
Who? He's only one motherfucker.
But he's going to be working with them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they get the run in the...
The only reason why I know that is because of his costume.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really Ronin, because he's only going to go... I think he's going to go special ops Hawkeye, more than fucking murder right then, right? Because there's only one motherfucker.
But I do think that... So I think we're going to have a story where they all meet back together. They don't know that the people that died are actually alive. They're just trapped in the Soul Stone. Because the Russo brothers did confirm that Gamora is alive. Because at the end of the movie, you see when after he snaps his fingers, he goes into the Soul Stone world where someone at IGN was like,
yeah,
so that's the Soul Stone, right? And they were like, yeah, so that means the small Gamora is Gamora. And so that means everybody that was snapped and died, they're in the Soul Stone.
That's the thing. Not anybody that was snapped. Loki is dead.
Heimel's dead.
Heimel is dead. The people who died before the snap are dead.
Yeah, Loki's not coming back. I'm pretty sure.
Gamora is the only exception because it was the only way to unlock the Soul Stone.
Yep. So. Gamora is directly related.
But everybody else
the Soul Stone
is alive. They're just in the Soul Stone, trapped with Thanos.
But I think we're gonna have, I think halfway through the movie or something, it's going to end up being like them showing the Soul Stone and like our other heroes are in there, and like Peter and Gamora get back together, and like everyone that died is going to be in there. Although I really hope, I know they're not going to do this, but it'd be really funny if they made it just like a huge clusterfuck with like billions of people that died, and like they all just
trillions.
But they're like all spread out together. So there's like 10 Avengers that need to find each other, but it takes them forever. But, so I think we're going to have one where they're going to, part of it is them trying to escape the Soul Stone, because they realize they're not dead, and they're inside of it. And I think the other half is Captain, Revenge. Tony, everybody is going to go try to find a way to defeat. Well, yeah, I think Captain and them are going to try to find a way to defeat Thanos or find out where he's at, Captain Marvel, and I think Tony and Ant-Man are going to find a way to reverse time, so then that way they could get Doctor Strange back or something.
I think they're going to do...
But Captain
Marvel... people in the Soul Stone are going to try to send a signal or somebody to them, to Tony and them, to say him alive. And I think once they get it, that's going to be we can destroy the gauntlet. We need the gauntlet to reverse the effect. And with Adam Warlock, but that's going to be the people inside the system is telling them, hey, we're still alive. And the first part is they're going to try to kill Thanos. It's going to be, if we can avenge the world, if we can save the world, we make sure we avenge it. That's going to be and then I think
Captain Marvel
is going to be the person that introduces Adam Warlock, because being Kree and
maybe, but I think maybe she's the one, or I think she's the one that makes it more, takes them to where she can find where Thanos is, because she can fly in space and shit.
I don't think she, but I think that's my thing. My idea is that how they're gonna treat, because Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, she has Kree DNA in her.
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna change the Kree DNA to the people with the Goldilocks DNA, and that's how they're gonna connect. Because half of their population is also dead.
I think it would make sense for Adam Warlock to be introduced to this.
But you know what I mean? Like, that would be the connection, and I think they're gonna make the connection, and by the end of the first Captain Marvel, it's gonna then go back to Warlock, and the Warlock opening and.
Overall, I thought that movie, God, that captain scene, when all of a sudden when the train starts going, you just see his silhouette. I was like, this is fucking cool. Although
I thought the Iron Man introduction was better. With he gets his suit on, and that was awesome.
I think it was cool to finally see the nanotech armor, the bleeding edge armor, but. I think I'm just more of a Captain America fan now, man. I think he's just, I don't know. I love them both. Like, they're both fantastic, because I love Tony, I love his humor and stuff, but I don't know, Captain is just such a fucking awesome dude.
But Iron Man's suit defended himself.
Yeah.
With, 2 Soul Stones?
Yeah.
2 stones?
Yeah, he
2
was
or 3.
fucking awesome.
It was 3, right? No, 2.
I'm so confused because you keep driving by in your Honda.
It's 2 stones.
No, he had 3 by then.
He had the Soul Stone.
Yeah, he does Soul Stone,
Power Stone, and Time Stone.
Yeah,
and he
still
more or less stood their ground.
They also, well, I mean, it was a team effort, but yeah. So let's talk about what you think about that team. I do think it was cool that they made it. It's basically Star-Lord's fault they lost, but it was because out of passion. I mean, I think.
But I mean, didn't Doctor Strange just only one way, and he says this is the only way.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange.
So he knew he was going to do that. So
yeah.
That's the thing. One of the criticisms of this movie is Star-Lord.
Star-Lord? Why?
That made no sense. Made no sense whatsoever that he started punching him, and made 0 sense.
It would make sense more, because if it's his plan, it would make more sense for them to get it off of there, and then he'd beat his ass, versus him before they get the gauntlet off. But I think it was just a passion thing, because he didn't realize then that he thought she had just been kidnapped. He didn't realize.
Yeah, but still.
I honestly, I agree. I think it was kind of dumb, but
it makes no
I get
sense.
it. I get it.
But it makes
You find out in the middle of something, it doesn't matter what's going on, that someone tried to kill your spouse.
But it doesn't. Yeah, but I mean, we're not talking about it's like they're pulling at him. He is aware of the situation.
Peter Parker had it after Tony let go. Oh, let's talk about that also about Iron Man. After he gets the gauntlet back on, everyone else gets their ass beat. But Tony still beats that dude's ass for a while. He cuts him, and he's
barely cuts him.
But still, he really is awesome about manipulating.
He didn't beat up. He was he resisted the attacks.
Yeah,
and managed to have one blow.
I don't know. He did some pretty awesome attacks.
Thor does damage. Thor is way too OP.
I definitely think that. Well, this part, Thor had a bigger part in this movie, so he's not going to have a bigger part in the next one. They've already said that. They said whoever has a larger part in this movie doesn't have. So Tony probably won't have as big a part in the next movie as he did this one because
he's gonna have a big part.
Tony and Thor had the longest parts in the whole movie. So hopefully we get more, Captain, more Nat in the next one because
Who gives a shit about Nat? We want to see.
She's fucking awesome, dude. I think it'd be cool if we got more.
I want a movie. I want a Black Widow
movie.
Spy movie. But let's be honest, Nat and Hawkeye have they're there because they're in the original Avengers, not because it makes any fucking sense. They're not A-listers Avengers. They're B. They're B. Like, what was Nat gonna do against Thanos?
Yeah.
Nothing. She has nothing to do.
She has light up sticks.
Exactly. Like, yes, I get
Hawkeye
her.
had a better chance with his bow than she does with hers.
Once Captain Marvel shows up, fuck yeah. Even if Shuri builds a suit, and if Shuri builds a suit for Black Widow, that gives her
I bet they don't go to Avengers. I bet Tony comes to somehow. Captain gets a hold of Tony, and they go to see if he's alive, and they meet in Wakanda, and then that's when we need to take a step back. And we need to talk about all these deaths because I was surprised. I mean, I know
really?
you and I both agreed that we thought for sure Captain and Tony would be dead. We thought the original Avengers would be dead and come back in the next one versus. I didn't expect them to kill Spider-Man or especially Black Panther. Black Panther was a big one. I think the most emotional was Spider-Man because, that's huge. I mean, especially him grabbing on, it was kind of like Star-Lord grabbing onto Yondu when Yondu died. I mean, it was just, he grabbed onto his father figure and then all of a sudden, dead. And Tony has to live with that.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, the other ones, Bucky got me a little bit when Bucky happened because him and Cap are best friends and he finally got all right in the head. Like, he's finally cured of his bullshit. And then he was just like, Steve. And then all of a sudden he just fucking disintegrates.
Mark!
Who's Mark?
Mark! Steve!
I felt bad for Falcon because, he just died in the bushes, and then, War Machine's walking around, he's like,
Falcon?
He's like, where are you at, man? He's just like, fucking dust. Although I did think Black Widow, when she found out what happened after they saw the Soul Stone was taken, and they realized that he snapped, she was grabbing her stomach about, trying not to throw up because she realized, holy shit, all of the people that I've ever cared about have just died.
Well, you got a 50-50 chance.
Well, Vision and Scarlet Witch both just died.
Well, does she really care?
I don't think Vision's dead. Vision is dead. Nope. I think when Shuri swipes in the movie, when right before her and Corvus Glaive fight, when she sees he's in there, I think she swipes, and I think it uploads it.
Well, not all of it. I think, for it to make sense, Vision is dead, and they're gonna do something. I think he's dead. He's a goner. Because then he's gonna be in the new Han Solo movie.
That doesn't matter. They filmed them at the same time.
He's dead. It makes no sense unless
supposedly, unless they went back in time to the Ultron fight. Supposedly, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who played Quicksilver, has been seen. Who he was seen around that area around that time.
No, I just don't know. I don't think if the only really two people that died in that movie are
Loki and Heimel.
It makes...
Well, I don't...
It makes none of the deaths be too much.
Well, that's the thing, is I think it's going to be... This movie, it's just like Harry Potter. Some of them died in Deathly Hallows. There were a few deaths that were pretty... the dude with the funky eye died. Professor.
But he's dead. He's not like, oh, he's going to
come back. Dolby is dead. But they didn't keep... But see, it could be the same thing, where they didn't kill a lot of people in this one where there's only 2 people that died, kind of like that movie. But at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 1, there's a lot of people that died. I mean, Ron's brother died. Dolby's the dwarf.
The what? It's a fucking elf.
Elf, whatever.
Ignorant. Give him the sock.
But yeah, I think what'll happen is I think it'll be
Ravenclaw versus Gryffindor.
Hufflepuffs. I think they all fight at the end, and I think that's when we'll see major deaths. So
I think
they're going to reverse some shit, fight Thanos, and Thanos is going to be real butthurt because he got his ass kicked by Doctor Strange.
I think
because Doctor Strange won.
Iron Man and Captain America are going to fusion.
Fusion? Or are they going to do the earring fusion, or are they going to dance?
The dance.
The dance? Wow, this really turned into a Dragon Ball Z movie. That's
and it's
weird.
Captain America with all his knowledge.
Yeah.
And with the suit, with all the intelligence.
Crying Man? Crying Man.
Why Crying Man?
Captain America and Iron Man. Crying Man. And it's just
Iron.
funny. Captain Iron?
Captain Iron.
Yeah. The balls of steel. I'm gonna blow your brains out.
I'm a military genius with a genius of
I'm excited to see the like when it comes back. Because I really hope it's not some stupid time jump. I hope it ends up being like right where it left off, like Deathly Hallows did. I think it would be cool to see because no one really like Rhodey, Nat, none of those people saw Rocket. Like they're all just kind of sitting there at the end and they're like, oh, this sucks. But like I think when the movie starts it'll be cool. Like it would be cool for Shuri, and if she's alive, she survived the snap, if her and Rocket work together, because Rocket's a genius. I mean, he's smart as shit. I mean,
he's gun manufacturing smart.
But he's still really smart out of everybody that's on their ship and in the Guardians universe.
Well, it's not too hard.
But he is...
They're all fucking idiots.
The dude made a fucking nuclear bomb out of...
Yes, he's a weapons expert.
He's pretty smart.
That's why he wants to go to see the...
Yeah.
But I think... I do think it's going to be funny. That will be a funny scene.
I want to see him and Tony. Yeah. They're like,
what? Or this is Bunny.
Well,
what does he call him? Bunny? Rabbit?
Yeah, Rabbit.
He's like
because
Thor says.
Yeah, Thor's still alive.
So Thor, I hope Thor says like, this is Rabbit.
Yeah.
And he's like, my name is not Rabbit, it's Rocket.
I do think it was cool that you didn't get to see all of them because like Banner's still alive, so he'll get to see Ant-Man and stuff. But yeah, and I am glad that they're doing the Captain Marvel movie before the Avengers movie because.
Did you like the Hulk in the movie? I wasn't too...
I like it. I like it because it's not... We're used to seeing this Hulk. It's like, oh, I'm enraged. I can get what... he's going to do whatever. I thought it was kind of cool, something different where
I kind of was disappointed at the end. I wanted to see him, like, at least...
I thought it gave Banner the edgy knees because everyone is always wanting to get... Everybody wants the Hulk, like in the beginning when they're about to fight... He's like, I don't want to fight, but when do I get what I want? And then he tries to Hulk rage, and then...
But then he wants it, and he's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
like,
come on, man! But I was... No! But I was hoping, like, no, but I was hoping that...
I was disappointed.
That he imposed on
I wanted him to rip out of the Hulkbuster armor, but the Hulkbuster armor is still around, so we could get that in the next movie.
I was hoping that he was gonna... Like, when his arm broke off...
He was just gonna...
And do something, but I was like, no. And the second time I saw it...
But it was cool that he... Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Like, the second time I saw it, it disappointed me even more because I was like, that would be so cool.
It would be cool. But I do think it was cool for Banner as a character. I think it was cool for Banner that he got a win. Like, I felt like he killed that guy because he knew how to use the armor in order to make him shoot Black Dwarf up into...
You think he did it on purpose to shoot him?
Oh yeah, he slapped it on his hand and did it. Friday didn't do that. He was in charge of the whole...
Yeah, I get the point, but do you think he really knew that if he slapped it...
Oh yeah, because he specifically remembered being fighting with Tony in that armor because he said, oh yeah, this has already kicked the Hulk's ass once, so he could kick your ass.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he doesn't know that it will be... I'm just saying if it... I thought he was just more trying to get him out of the way. Not actually gonna...
Oh no, he was... well, I think
that was my thing.
I think he was launching him in the air. I don't think he
that's what I mean.
I don't think he comprehended it. Like, Winter Soldier would know about the shield. Like, that's why he said, God, I love this place.
Well, that's what I was
But
thinking.
I don't think Banner knew that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
he did
no,
not
I'll agree with
intentionally
you.
made the thing go all the way up and drag him so he can blow up.
So one of my favorite, as we're getting close to wrapping this up, one of my favorite parts of this movie that isn't part of the movie is I love that the Russo brothers tweaked all the fucking previews to make people think there's certain parts in the movie,
Hulk is in running.
like they're all running together in the woods, not in the movie. And then they show a part where like Nat, War Machine, and Banner are on top of some roof looking up in the air, not in the movie. Like there's a lot of parts in the previews that they show that aren't in the movie, and I was like, that's fucking cool. I want movie previews to be like that get me pumped for a movie, but aren't in there. Because
would you like to have the next one with no trailers? Or just, that's it? Like, nothing new. You get nothing.
Well, they already said that they're probably not going to have a huge presence at Comic-Con. If they do have a Comic-Con one, it'll probably be more related to Captain Marvel. But I bet there's so much that they have. How do you make a preview for a movie where...
That's why I was saying, like, it will be kind of new and cool that there's no actual footage. Just, dun, 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 dun.
I mean...
May 2019.
I hope they'll make some trailer.
I hope not. Just like, or like one that doesn't give you anything. Like, nothing. You will be so screwed. You'll be like a junkie, like,
I was already a junkie, man. Before they brought out the second trailer, man, I was like on Instagram every day looking, and I'm like,
I can see you shaving your head, shaving your eyebrows.
You don't understand, it's coming!
You're shaving your eyebrows.
Like I'm going,
I'm dying, use your brothers, show me a preview. Make a waste foundation. Show me something.
Take me to the Russo brothers. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think either way it'll be cool because Captain Marvel will be in it, which is new, and there'll be a lot of I don't know. Reshoots are at the end or towards the end of the summer. I know that, so that'll be cool to see.
So what do you expect?
My biggest thing that I want to happen, two big things. A, I want Cap to get his shield back. I think that was the one instance that I don't like the new Wakanda shields. I thought they were fucking stupid.
I was thinking they were gonna connect, like he was gonna do something like that.
I thought they were gonna have the kinetic power like he had, like the kinetic energy power like Black Panther has. I am glad that M'Baku didn't die. I thought that was cool. And him and Okoye didn't die. I thought that would be cool because, I mean, it was really powerful for, M'Baku to just sit there and, like, see all those warriors disintegrating. And then Okoye just, I really thought she was going to die. And I think it's a powerful statement to say, holy shit, she's kind of, if Shuri's in charge, she's the one in charge. But, like, I mean... I don't know, man. I
was wondering, I was in Wakanda, where's the guy with the cape? Who betrayed, like, Black Panther?
I don't know, I think that might be in the extended scenes or something from the Black Panther Blu-ray, because, he must be locked up or something.
I was, like, wondering, like, what the fuck is he?
They didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
It cost too much money after Black Mirror. But, I really want Cap to get his shield back. And I want Tony and Captain to... reunite, like I don't want Tony to go back and, I mean, he's gonna go back in the past, I'm sure. Spoiler alert, set pictures. But I want to see, you've seen those pictures, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I want to see,
you know what my real theory is? that the next Avenger movies is actually
Planet of the Apes 4.
No, it's this. They're gonna show Uncle Ben dying. That's gonna be like
The whole movie's Uncle Ben. You thought Avengers was this, but we just waited for Uncle Ben's death. No!
It's an origin story.
Martha!
It's another Spider-Man origin story.
Yeah.
That would be cool if they actually show it.
It would be interesting to see it.
Like you'd be like, oh my god, like almost like in the background or something. But make Avengers and Spider-Man origin movie.
I'm pretty sure the fourth one they're not leaving, but I'm pretty sure there's just as many characters in that movie, if not more than in this one.
Same amount, I bet.
Probably. But they wanted to hype this one up, and
I was surprised with Red Skull.
oh yeah, Red Skull was pretty cool. Although
he's not.
it's Ross Marquand from Walking Dead who
I
did
know.
it, which he is as good at doing impressions as I am. So I mean,
I was surprised. I was like, "Holy shit!" When I saw that was
yeah, I thought it was Hugo Weaving. When you were like, listen, when we were in the theater, you were like, listen to his voice, and I was like, holy shit, that's Elrond. Holy shit, that's Red Skull. And then like he came out, I was like, holy shit. And then I forgot like he didn't die in that movie, which I thought was really cool.
Your face, your interaction was like, I tapped him, and he was like, look at me, and was like, who's that voice? And you're like, it's Elrond. And then
yeah,
I can see your eyes like,
yeah. Well, of course, and I was like, like, wait, what? This is the Council of Elves? What is Elrond doing here?
Gandalf?
Yeah. Crossover! This is the best crossover what I've wanted my entire life! I'm so impressed!
My precious.
Yeah, Golem takes the fucking gauntlet.
Gamora is Golem.
Yeah. Gamora's Golem!
Falling down. My precious! Give me my switchblade! Give me my...
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't understand about the Switchblade in the movie. Is like the Switchblade when she had it when she was a child, it was the size of her child hand. But then when she was older, it was the size of her adult hand.
But Thanos grabs it, and the Thanos has
Yeah.
a hand like huge.
Yeah.
And he's like, look. I was like, it should have been like, like if you have like a small thing, like barely. But when she does it, it should be like a.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, Thanos was definitely one of the best villains.
He did good. He did a good job.
So my thing is about this movie is a
Lord of the Rings.
a Lord of the Rings Thanos movie with Avengers, and the next one's going to be an Avengers movie with Thanos. So I think they just
Soundbox. Soundbox was there. The baseball game movie.
Sandlot, the Great Bambino. No, it's gonna be with
Avengers. The Devil Wears Prada.
These are the clothes that I wanted. You've never seen Thanos this risque before.
Frappuccino.
Stay tuned to our next. Here's a question. Since it's 20 years ago, Deep Impact or Armageddon?
Deep Impact. Way better.
See, what you didn't know is that I actually bought the rights and we're actually making a team-up movie.
Team up. Both asteroids coming in opposite directions.
Yeah, it's like the end of Deep Impact when the daughter and the Indian dad, which doesn't make any sense because they don't look anything alike, they die together, and they actually don't die together. They actually end up on the asteroid that is heading towards Earth, which Bruce Willis is on, and he actually is walking around in barefoot in a white tank top trying to defeat a guy who took over a skyscraper.
And
Hashtag Die Hard 7.
Hashtag Avenger 4.
Yeah. No, I like Armageddon. It's a good movie, but I actually think I do like Deep Impact.
I do not remember a single thing with Deep Impact.
Deep Impact's...
Is it the one with the motorcycle because they were going to the big hill?
Yeah, the mountain.
I remember that part.
Oh my god, Elijah Wood's the one riding the motorcycle. We just brought it full circle.
Yeah.
He was going to Mount Doom
You throw Golem, which is AKA Gamora.
You know what? He really gets... Maybe Golem was just trying to create a boutique with his ring and then, trying to show us some nice jewelry off, and then he gets...
Hashtag Golem was right.
Hashtag Golem... Hashtag Golem wasn't wrong. I have another joke for that, but that's after. Alright, find us on Podbean. We're on Podbean, Spotify.
We're going to record our first D&D episode pretty soon.
We will do that.
We're going to be a team of 4 this time. Tell team of
Could be
4.
3 people, and then, of course, our fantastic dungeon master. But yes, we will be having that start soon, and then we will have guests come on to do our dungeon podcast. That'll be in the future. Stay tuned. You'll know. Hashtag Renew Timeless, please, because it's a fantastic show.
Love you.
Bye.